chatter boxes. If you guys haven't done so already, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share. Please forgive the background noise. So we just going to get right into this video. I want you guys to take on the Khia and Bobby Lytes versus Trina situation. So this is basically going to be in reference to Bobby Lytes and Khia. Bobby Lytes did a response video to Khia because she's been dragging him and Trina for filth. But this reaction video response video has actually been in response to what she came out and said about Trina. Like, we all know Trina got on national syndicated radio show and called her black people dogs, and then she later went on to try to apologize because I guess she got heat from the radio station and a lot of people was calling for her to be canceled. So she got her act right, but she still, my thing is, I'm getting tired of these apologies from people. Apologies doesn't mean anything to me. I know you didn't have a change of heart within 24 hours. You understand what I'm saying? You meant what you said. You showed conviction and when you were saying it. You just backpedaled because you didn't like the backlash that you got, and your pockets probably was about to get hit. So you did a retraction. No, you meant what you said. And sometimes, if that's how you meant and that's how you feel, stand on what you mean, stand on what you say. But you can't get mad at people for not wanting to rock with you after you pull some shit like that, because you actually talking down to your core demographic of fans. You so much on this high horse, like you gotta come down off your pedestal to talk to us common folk down here, and you haven't had a hit in 20 years, but I don't know why you think you so above everything, but that's above me now, okay? That's above me now. So anyway, Bobby Lytes got on his Instagram and did a whole video in response to Khia. He dressed up like he in a whole, court robe, like he was a judge. He had a gaffle and everything. So he went on to, I'm going to play the video. How about that? I'm not going to tell you what he said. I'm going to play the video, and then after the video, you guys, I'll get my little commentary on it. So, enjoy.
Today on the docket, we have Khia, aka Miss Florida Gator Swamp Monster. We the people summon you to a reality check and fact sheet. Khia, in fact, is not a Florida native, and unless you are one of her miserable diehard fans, you wouldn't know that she was in fact born in Philly. Unfortunately, she had experienced a rough upbringing as her mammy was an infamous prostitute. It got so rough for Thug Mrs. at times, she would experience a lot of her mammy's dates. While she was in the front seat, her mammy would be in the back seat performing sexual acts. And poor Khia was subject to all of it. Speaking of poor, during her time in Philly, her and her mammy were homeless. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but eventually an olive branch was extended by a lovely woman by the name of Mrs. Donna and her family back in Tampa. Khia and her mammy moved to Tampa with Mrs. Donna and her family. Sadly, a short period after they moved to Tampa, Khia's mother passes from an unknown disease. No wonder the swamp monster has no respect for those that have passed on. Aside from Mrs. Donna taking them in and making sure they weren't homeless anymore, she then also plans and pays for her mammy's funeral arrangements. Now here we have a young Thug Mrs. No mammy or no guidance, so of course she follows in her mammy's footsteps, and according to close sources, began having sex at the age of 12 with many, many men. According to Mrs. Donna, who also claims that Khia turned on her and her family, even though they were the reason she had a home and the funeral was paid for. This may be able to explain how far back Khia's evil and sadistic spirit has been established. Now, although Khia wasn't a victim of sex trafficking, she sure was considered a young prostitute hoe. I spoke with another reliable source that was able to confirm that, in fact, at a young age, Miss Khia had multiple niggas running trains on her in the Jackson Heights area, which would then prepare her for her new lifestyle entitled as whore. Now, apparently, her slutty lifestyle is what led her to open up a car wash on Lake Avenue called Hoshine. Yes, she was the one behind the car wash called Hoshine. Like majority of everything this woman does, this car wash soon becomes a flop and got shut the fuck down. Now, as she began her struggling music career, all of her whorish manners would soon translate to all of her low quality and ratchet cover arts, as some of you may know. Years later, this is where the story takes a turn and gets quite interesting, because Khia claims her child is from a man named Billy Finch, when in actuality it's from his brother, Papa Love. To ensure her daughter would follow in her whorish ways, she named her daughter right after her. Now, what's absolutely horrifying about this entire thing is that Papa Love was a well-known rapist and child molester. He was very well known for raping his nieces and young girls. Khia allowed for her daughter to be around this man and allegedly should be in prison for exposing her daughter to this man, for if it wasn't for her crackhead looking ass and all her negligence, her daughter would have never had to endure what she went through. Khia's daughter ends up getting raped at age 12 by Papa Love and becomes pregnant. Bless her soul. Now, at the time when all this happened, there was a big manhunt in the city of Tampa looking for Papa Love. Fast forward today, he is currently serving time in prison. Thank God. We, the people, want to know what type of woman allows for all of this to go down. Sources also confirm that Khia's sheep-in-the-face looking ass was too busy tricking and treating and making no money, basically fucking around town, and that's the reason why she wasn't able to fully tend to her children. Now, after all this has come to light, there was no wonder, Miss Khia, why all these women kept their foot in your ass for you fucking on their man. The thug missus got her ass dragged so many times, oftentimes she needed club security to escort her to her big-ass Scooby-Doo van, leaving certain nightclubs such as St. Louis, Manila, the New Lounge, and Uptown 21. Now, I'm from Miami, so I've never really heard of these clubs, so if you're from Tampa, maybe you would know. Miss Khia, I think it's about time that you hang it all up and do some soul searching. Perhaps a new makeover, and remove them gauntlets in your mouth. And if you can't afford to remove them dusty-ass pillow sheets from around them dreads and get them retwisted, there are many alternatives, like you can shave your head bald or try a wig, even though that can get costly for your broke ass. Now, I'm quite sure this video won't be enough to shut your beaver overbite mouth having ass up. You remind me of that one person we all knew in high school who could get their ass beat and mollywopped and stand right back up and say, "So what, bitch?" You, Miss Khia, have been found guilty of being equivalent to a nuisance, a gnat, and a mess we all can't get rid of, but you have managed to live your life this way. No morals or regards to human emotions. Instead of me suing you like I should have for defamation of character by telling lies about my health, I will leave your Shrek-in-the-face ass with these words instead. Khia, all the voodoo in the world and reads in the books won't be able to stop God from giving you what you deserve each and every time. Hopefully, you are watching this video and not too upset, because we all know what goes around comes back around, and sometimes it comes back 10 times harder with your dusty ass. Furthermore, we the people sentenced your piglet nostril having ass to life in hell with not one cup of water. Any video or message your delusional ass making fun of them termite-infested wood panels will be politely disregarded and ignored. For today, I have laid you to rest using your own life story and facts. I had no need to tell a lie and fabricate anything that I have said today, unlike you, who thrives off of personal opinions and lies.
Okay, so I try my best to beep out some of the words he was saying because I don't feel like that was appropriate. Now, I don't blame Bobby for coming back at Khia. I just think his timing is all wrong. His timing is basically, like I said, in response to her dragging Trina. Trina has not ever came and defended Bobby against anything. I mean, let's really get into it. You remember when Trina and that Nicki Minaj debacle about the video and things like that, and Bobby had got on there and was willing to go to war with the Barbs and everything. Yes, he was. He got on there dragging Nicki Minaj in response to you know, how shit went down with Trina. And when Trina did her live, she basically like added anybody that's in my camp, they didn't get permission to speak, and you know, basically denouncing everything that he said and made it seem like he went rogue, like didn't have his back, when we have seen time and time again that he has nothing. He has always had Trina back. Like, he has never not had her back, and for her to not, you know, have his back in the time where he was being dragged left and right is crazy. But he still find it in his heart to go on the front lines for Trina when you still haven't seen her responding to anybody in regards to him. Like, we already know Khia going to drag him from A to Z. We already know. Now, she already has been dragging him. You know, some of the things that Khia say is tasteless too. Like, I'm not in agreement with everything Khia say, because Khia, she comes off as sexist. She comes off as, you know, a homophobe. She comes off as all of that. But, you know, I don't feel like she has a right to, you know, say people got HIV and things to that nature, because she has said some graphic things too. But I feel like where I draw the line at on what Bobby is saying is, I don't feel as though we should be bringing up people's sexual trauma, sexual abuse. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's so many women and men that has been affected by sexual trauma, and I think that there was kind of like an ill taste for him to go at her on this level. It's so many other things that you can go at Khia about, but to try to attack her mothering, as far as her, you know, her child that possibly was, you know, assaulted by a grown-up, you know, well, you know, allegedly assaulted by a grown-up, that was inappropriate. And you bringing up the things that she had to endure when she was a child, you know, when she had no, you know, ways of getting around it. Her mom put her in, well, allegedly her mom put her in those situations, and for you to bring that up was of ill taste. It wasn't appropriate. That's my take on it. I don't know if you guys agree. Maybe some people think that Khia had it coming. Maybe some people think that he took it too far, which I am in agreement. I think he took it too far. I'm all with, you know, everybody having a kiki, you know, dragging each other for a little fun or whatever like that. But when y'all start talking about sexual trauma, you know, childhood abuse and things like that, that shit is, that's crazy. And like I said, Khia, she wrong for some of the stuff that she say too. I'm not sitting up here having her back, but I mean, in the time that, you know, like, that's not cool to bring up those certain situations, and Bobby took it too far, in my opinion. So if you guys like the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. That's all I have. And you guys do know that I will be back with Khia response. Just watch out for it. Bye.